What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to week 17, haha, of the West Marches. And let me check if that's right. It is right. Yes. So, welcome. Glad you could join us. Glad you stuck around for a little while we
blame Strippin.
While we blame Strippin.
Hashtag blame Strippin.
So good. I'm glad we're all here and ready to get going.
Don't blame and I tried to elbow him and he just wouldn't wake up. He just kept snoring.
Strippin.
You look. That's actually a visual improvement on how you look right now, Strippin. I'm liking the new you. I think.
I just want to know, like, did you get enough sleep, man?
I'm not really sure.
Okay. Like, was there a specific event that occurred that kept you up late?
No, I mean, Steven, I woke up like 2 minutes ago. I'm not, like, really...
You're not all there. You're not ready to talk about it yet. It's all too fresh in your mind.
Massive intelligence penalty right now.
Right, yeah. Disadvantage on all intelligence checks.
I'm already at -1. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, like, you know, let's find out what everybody's been up to. Adam, we saw you fairly recently, right? Like Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm all over this piece.
But you were doing a thing last night. You want to tell us about that?
What was I doing last night? I'm tired too. I got a cold, Steven.
Yeah, no, I heard that in your nose a little bit.
Yeah.
No, last night I watched your stream on the Burning Wheel
thing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're launching a new Burning Wheel thing over at the Roll20 Twitch new campaign with maybe the most complicated role-playing game I've ever played, and
It looks ridiculously complicated. Actually, I didn't realize how complex because like I'd only read the first little bit, but I didn't know about like the wound coordinates and like how that affects difficulty.
Yeah, it's awesome. But we're doing a bunch of like really cool automation, so I'm excited about seeing that. It's my challenge, right? I was like, I want to pick the game that is like the most complex and see if we can play it with people who are like new role players. I believe in challenging people. We're not going in easy mode, so I think that'll be really fun. So I've been up to getting that ready.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Have any of the rest of you played Burning Wheel before?
These guys,
No.
I've played
Crickets.
No. Yeah. It's because it's very intimidating, and people don't often go to it, and often too like it's like let's play a role playing game, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's not that much more complex than 5e. It just does things differently and is focused on different stuff. So, yep. So I've been doing that. So much role playing games. I'm gonna be so sad with E3 ruining my playing of Swansong and Mirror Shades this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we get back to all of the good role playing stuff. So that'll be sad, but you know, at least we'll get to find out about interesting games.
I won't spoil anything for Swansong, but I like after the last episode, I had to go online and go to the like Stars Without Number, one of the forums that I'm on, and be like, so here's the situation. Anybody want to help me figure out how to handle this? Because it's gonna be messy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting though.
I think so too.
Hot time. Shannon, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a little while since, like you were sick, right?
Yeah, I was sick. So I played Ark for, I think like 100 hours in the first week. And because of that, I kind of wore myself out, and Chris got sick. Like on his birthday got sick, and then because I was underslept and over-arked, I ended up catching it too, and then I missed Vikings, and that's why I'm a terrible person. Just like Strippin almost missed today. We're both just far too into it. Like,
see, we're different because I'm here. All right?
Yeah, but you're not sick. I was sick. You're
that's true,
just,
actually.
you're
You were
just
sick.
lazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm here, so I'm not.
Yeah,
Made it.
fair enough.
Living the dream.
So yeah, I played a lot of Ark. It's basically all I've done. I actually revamped the Twitch subreddit too, which was like a month-long project or something. So that went up, and then there was a lot of work on to make sure it was all good. And that's how I've been lately. Oh, and I'm super excited to go see Jurassic World. That is going to happen. I know I'm not expecting much. I know that it's like, you know.
It's had one of the biggest opening weekends in movie history.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna go see that, definitely. So.
I'm kind of getting excited despite myself. Like, I've seen all of the Jurassic Park movies, and I was so like mediocre about the previous sequels or prequels or whatever they were, that I was like, okay, Jurassic World, you know, Chris Pratt is pretty cool, but I mean, you know, who knows? And it's gotten pretty decent reviews, like not super fantastic, but also not like people aren't destroying it or anything like that. But everybody is saying such good things about it. Like my parents went and saw it recently, and they were just saying how much fun it was and how entertaining it was, and how I was like, oh yeah, I saw Mad Max, and it was really like filled with pathos or whatever. And my parents were like, oh no, the Velociraptors were too. And I was like, what, really? And they were like, oh yeah, very, very tender. And I was like,
Yeah.
now I want to see this movie so that I know how the Velociraptors are sweet and tender. So
Yeah.
I'm legitimately curious about that. What, do you have plans to go see it already?
No, I haven't bought tickets yet, but I will. I saw Mad Max. It was epic, super
Tough.
epic.
So
Like,
good.
I think the greatest thing about Mad Max is actually its visual appeal. That's something that doesn't seem to be talked about enough. Like, it is a stunningly beautiful movie considering it's post-apocalyptic and in the middle of a desert. It is probably one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Totally agree. Zeke, what have you been up to since we saw you last on the West Marches? How you doing?
Oh, just breaking shit. Not smoking. Getting ready for E3.
Are you going?
Yes.
Awesome.
Flying
Oh, you're
out
gonna.
Hey, tomorrow.
Yeah, like you guys are doing like a live stream of dropped frames at E3, right?
Sort of. Yeah, we'll be doing like correspondence and that kind of stuff. But drop frames will be actually handled by JP, like from his place, and he's like after every event that happens, he's going to have like a live thing that he goes on. I'm not sure if I'll have time because I'm doing the shit
Because you're actually there, right?
yeah. But drop frames will have a lot of coverage on
Awesome.
the drop frames on this channel right here, I believe.
Fantastic.
So I'm excited for that. I'm my first E3 and I can't wait.
That's really cool. I've never been to
Zeke-
E3 before myself.
Zeke, is that a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt? Can you show us your
This
t-shirt?
I got this from
Yeah.
This is the best
I
item
have
I've
that
ever
one.
Great. This is the ampersand from the old AD&D
Yeah.
edition. Like that's what was in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking
I have that.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh God, it's awesome. I love
Wait,
it.
Zeke, did you see?
Look,
Oh my God, I didn't.
Yeah, dude. Like, it came in the mail the other day, and it's like I got the purple one because purple.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I really
The
like it. It's
motherfucking
nice.
Crest of Zirconia, baby.
Damn right.
Nice.
It's shirt hype day here on the West Marches.
Absolutely.
All right. Strippin,
What's up?
how you doing, buddy?
I've been sleeping, man. Been sleeping, here and there.
Good.
Counting
Was
the
it-
sheep.
Was it restful?
It was semi-restful.
Oh, only semi.
I woke
I'm
up. I woke up at like 12:05 with this foreboding feeling
Yeah.
that someone in the world had so much salt in them that the world might end. And then sure enough, it was JP. So I just rushed here as quick as I could. But yeah, no, I've been playing a lot of Dinosaurs, which JP hates. He lies awake at night, hating how much Dinosaur we've played together as a group. Shaved my beard off, so now I look like I'm about 11. So that's a thing too.
Now, like, I've actually been looking at like some old pictures of myself without my beard,
Yeah.
and my cheeks are like super rounded, so I
Did you
just
ever-
look like a super baby.
did you ever see that picture that someone made of like Stephen Lumpkin before he met Adam and Stephen Lumpkin after he met Adam? And it's like a picture of you looking like all innocent and like
Yeah.
small from like
And
your
then I
first
think the
episode.
second one was
It's
like this
you
or
all-
something.
Yeah, you looking all crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's so I feel you on the baby face stripping. That's it. The struggle
Yeah.
is absolutely real.
Let's just have a little look here. Yes, I mean, Ark's been out for like 220 hours, and I've played 170. But it's just so. I mean, there we go.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Let's see what I'm at, because I think I'm. Oh God. Oh no, you're good. I'm at 120. You've seriously knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Got to step your game up, stripping. Wait, Shannon.
You both have a problem.
Yeah. And then I saw Jurassic World. That was great.
Were
Awesome.
you just thinking about Ark the whole time? Just sitting there being like, I could catch that dinosaur.
I could tame that thing.
I could get that thing.
I was like, I got raptors.
Yeah, you're not so cool, Chris.
You're not so
Pratt.
cool, Chris Pratt.
Raptors
Looking up at the screen like, I would name you Mr. Fluffers.
Yeah.
What's the core gameplay like in Ark? I mean, it's just like a survival sort of Rust style game, but you can
Yeah,
go tame dinosaurs.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that.
That's pretty slick. I have to confess, until people started streaming Ark, I had never heard of it. I was just like, I saw someone tweet like, I'll be streaming Ark tomorrow for the launch or whatever. I was like, what is this?
You know,
Yeah,
it
they-
actually flew underneath the radar quite a bit. Like
Yep.
it wasn't even talked about until the week right before it came out. So
Yeah,
they did
I
actually a really good job, I think, with the launch.
I didn't know about it until Strippin mentioned it when we were playing Reign of Kings. I was like, yeah, this is fun and everything, but dinosaurs soon. Everyone's like, what are you talking about, Strippin? And then dinosaurs happened.
As they should have. I mean, it looks super duper cool.
Good JP.
Okay.
We probably should change the subject because he's
Yeah.
getting salty.
He's about to.
He's just gonna cancel the show. Actually, you know what?
And before we get ambushed by velociraptors in the game.
No. Hang on. I got my monster
Jurassic
manual
Marches.
right here. So let me just turn to the appropriate page.
Oh my god.
Surely it's under the D.
Oh,
My
that
new
is so good.
character is a fat old British guy named Johan Hammond. I've got a stick with a little piece of amber on the end. I'm a wizard.
Oh my god, did they really
Oh.
not have dinosaurs in here?
Roleplay dinosaurs. Oh god.
Demon EFGHI
Totally a thing.
doppelganger.
It's totally a thing.
No, yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah, no. So,
I'm a 5th level
taking
trap.
a look at these, it looks like there's some you can fight. So good. Okay, let's go play dinosaurs. So why don't we get started with that? Welcome back. We're gonna see. We've got Dr. Grigori.
Yes.
We've got Gallahan Oathkeeper, Kellen Wildlight, and Bardrick Bardison returning for her new show in what? It's been like 4 months since we've seen you, Bardrick.
It's been a long time.
It's been so long since we've seen Bardrick Bardison on the show that my like date and adventure tracker doesn't have her last episode on it at all.
Oh, your living expenses are going to be through the fucking roof, champ.
Yep.
Hey.
So, like, let's see. June, that's 30 days. July is 31 days. That's 61 days plus 10 is 71 days. Okay, Shannon,
Jesus shit.
write down 71.
Yes.
71. Okay.
Good.
Wow.
And since last we saw Grigori, it's been 11 days.
Yeah.
11 days for
That's
the
the same for Gallahan and for Kellen. Yeah, absolutely. So, since you last joined the show, Shannon, I've been like feverishly adding and subtracting rules from 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So there's a bunch of new stuff. So at the start of the session, as you can see on your screen, we cover like the way you've been living since we saw your character last.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of there's a daily expense cost for cost of living in Dungeons and Dragons, and this comes from the player's handbook actually. But then, depending on how you chose to live, there can be like strange things that happen to you or good things that happen to you. So we'll go through each character in turn and find out what has been going on since last we saw them. So Dr. Grigori, why don't we start with you?
Okay, saving the best for first.
Yep.
So I got 11 days,
Mhm.
and I need to decide how much. Let's live comfortably.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, push it. Let's go. Come
Dude,
on.
I'm saving up. I gotta save up for a house. I have to build Casa de Grigori, so I can't be throwing my money around on somebody else's mortgage here.
Casa de Grigori.
So what's that? 20.
Did you need to train to level up this time, Grigori? Or did you
Yeah, I already paid for that, and so it should be what 11 minus the.
Yeah,
number
it should
of
be
days
8
then.
days. 8 days.
Okay, good. So it's only
Yep.
then fuck it. I'll live richly with the gold I have remaining.
Okay, so that's what 64 gold? No, 32. 32. gold.
32. Yeah,
Um,
that's fucking fine. That's nothing.
so how are you spending your 8 days? Are you working? Are you
What do I do for a week? I don't know, man. I did my job. Grigori went out adventuring. I probably like come back to town. I find a leather worker to make that Manticore's face into a sweet, scary old man mask for
Awesome.
me.
Wait. Can you tell us what you look like now? Because I feel like Bardrick hasn't seen you in a while. Actually, Bardrick's
I've
never met.
Never met you.
Bardrick,
Never met you.
Bardrick has heard tell of the great doctor, but probably has never. Maybe you see me around town. Like I hang out in the inn pretty much all day and night, getting drunk and playing my balalaika, because I'm a boss.
Okay.
But also I'm like actually a doctor, so like people come to me when they're like hurt, like I fell off my horse and broke my arm. So I've probably been doing some of that, but mostly just drinking, hanging out, playing my balalaika, being popular and stuff.
Nice.
But
Dude,
yeah.
I feel you. I know exactly what that's like. I've been off on tour, so.
Yeah, and that's probably how we would have met. Like we would have met before the adventure, and like probably like our musical talent spheres would have overlapped.
Yeah, I got
Cool.
mad respect for what you do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys met because you play the same
Shut up,
or
Pete.
similar instruments?
Well, yeah, or I just like I like hang out and play music, not professionally, but like I'm that asshole that gets like drunk at a party and is like acoustic guitar time, everybody. Who likes Wonderwall? Boom. I'm that guy, only in Russian and with a way cooler instrument.
Awesome.
Someone say Dave Matthews Band? I got it.
Yeah.
So, what do you look like? Describe how your character has changed since like the audience first saw you.
Grigori, I think, like, I'm still wearing similar clothes. Like, I have my heavy coat and my kind of tarnished scale armor, huge Karl Marx beard. Grigori's like just like a big mountain of a guy, huge and rotund. And I'm a little older, than we started. The time out in the wilds, it takes its toll on you. But also I'm better accoutred now than I was before. I've got this like silver hammer that I carry around on my belt. It's like a little like bullshit hammer that I would never use. I figure it's like a bell ringing hammer or something. Like I would never use it as a weapon, but I have it around me and I'm like really proud of it. I've been like showing it off to people. I just like spend most of my time in the tavern. I drink. I get melancholy. I play sad songs on my balalaika, and I'm just around waiting for my next adventure.
Is there like a time in the evening when like Grigori starts playing sad songs and everybody kind of knows it's time to like get out? Because Grigori's just gonna bring the whole place down.
Yeah, I think he's a big downer, right? Like there's a sadness behind the jovial Russian.
Yeah.
But I don't like talk about it. I don't inflict my sadness on other people because the songs that I play are in a language no one understands. So it's
Okay.
cool.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
So you're living richly. So
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
actually really working in this time, right?
Yeah, no, I'm throwing my money
Cool.
around. I'm rich as a troll.
Yeah. So roll 1d20 plus 5.
I would love to. Survey says 10.
10. All right. You live normally. Nothing strange occurred to you during that time period.
Yeah.
Cool. Kellen, how have
Yep.
you been living? Now you live off in the wilds, right, outside of town.
Actually, if I may,
Please.
this is the first time Kellen's ever had this is the most gold he thought was in the world. Like he didn't think the world had this much gold in it. He has like 200 gold, and he's just like, I want this and I want that. So no, that's what I've been doing, like waiting for Strippin. That's what I was doing.
Mhm.
I was looking for I was looking for shit that Kellen would actually buy.
Awesome.
I have I want to purchase a horse. And
Okay.
and I've calculated all like the expenses of this, like a horse,
Wait.
a bridle, the bit.
Hold on. So before you have to buy those though, like Steven, what happened to those horses we brought back from the cockatrice night?
I don't remember. How
Okay,
many
well,
of them were there? There were two, right?
There were 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we
I mean,
have those, Zeke, you
hold
can
on a
just you can have one.
I mean, we rented them. We didn't buy them.
No,
did we?
I killed a man and took his horses way back
Oh.
in the first episode I was in. Those
Now,
are mine. I paid the iron price for that shit.
So like
I was unaware of this.
here's what we can do. We can add 2 horses to Grigori's inventory.
Word.
That does have a lifestyle upkeep cost addition to it though. So like from now on, we'll have to track that. So
Okay.
Gregory,
Well,
2
You
horses.
can. I'll take one, and if Kellen, if you want a horse, I am happy. I can't. One man cannot ride 2 horse. Here, for you is gift.
I am. Thank you. I am. I'm gobsmacked.
Kellen, have you named your horse?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll name my horse after it performs something that like if it's fast or if it's agile or if it's
Yeah, totally.
wild ride or something. I will name it after that.
My horse.
So
is
So
descriptive
that's
name.
75 gold that I don't have to spend, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, but I did buy my own. I bought like a fitted saddlebags, bit and bridle, feed for
Okay.
10 days worth of feed.
Nice.
Also, I got a couple of other accoutrements. Like I bought a tent for fuck's sake, just in case it rains out in the plains when there's no forest to cover us, because I learned my lesson from last time.
Kellen, the rain in Spain is mainly on the plane.
Mainly.
Yeah, mainly.
Sometimes it's not. But I also wanted to spend 15 gold, because a holy symbol is like 5 gold, but I wanted to get a really nice one.
You want like a gilded holy symbol?
Yeah, so I spent like the double, like 10 gold.
Cool.
Like an artificer or whatever, if I could. And
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
I wanted to spend 5 gold to get perfume.
Okay.
And these are gifts for El Assault.
Oh, all right. So
right.
you're
And I'm like, I came back and I'm trying to impress her. I'm showing her like, look, I'm worth a goddamn. I'm out in the world. I'm doing stuff, and this is for you.
absolutely. We're gonna have to see a scene of you and Elith when the show goes on.
Okay.
So let's see.
Yeah, that inspiration scene.
You got her a holy symbol to Hevera, right? So, like, I guess what this might look like theoretically, is the symbol to Hevera is a low wall of stones. So either you had someone make like a medallion with the symbol of Hevera on it, or like you found some precious stones and then like someone worked them into some sort of gold twined wall or something
It's
like
like a huge
Yes.
diamond bling of a wall.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
totally.
picture it like the different, like it's like a necklace with like the different sections of the wall.
Okay.
Like it's like just got like lines of like wall.
So
But
maybe it's like a little more abstract, but it's
Yeah.
like something that goes from like shoulder to shoulder.
Yep.
Awesome.
Something
That
like that,
sounds
yeah.
pretty wild.
So
Cool.
I'm trying to win this lady's heart.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
great.
fell in love and it fell hard.
Young Kellen.
Yep, and with some perfume that probably made from lilacs and honey and shit.
Fantastic.
All kinds of shit.
So,
Amber
so
Grit.
your lifestyle in this intervening time period,
I'm going to live comfortably.
wonderfully. Okay, so that's 8 days times 2 is 16 gold. So mark that off.
You mean
Have you
11?
been? Oh yeah, 11 because you didn't have to level up, right?
Right. So that's
so
22.
22. Are you working in this time?
I'm not necessarily like I'm working, but I'm only doing that to keep my I will hunt my own food basically.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that kind of stuff. But if I this is the first time in my life where I haven't had to hunt to live. I just hunt just for fun and for so I can have the joy of eating my own kill.
Where
having
I'm from,
to, hunt
where I'm
more.
from, we call that killing for sport.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
for my own food, but I'm not hunting surplus for other people, so I can make my living. I'm not selling furs, I'm not selling meat. I'm just hunting because, I'm good at it and I like it, but I'm not doing more than I need to because I don't have to right now.
Yeah,
It
fantastic.
feels great.
Okay, why don't you give me a survival check with disadvantage, and that'll represent your you're not really putting your heart into trying to survive, but whatever comes under the sight of your bow, you happen to
Gotcha.
loose an arrow at.
Okay, let's see here.
Small children, house pets, whatever.
Pets, yeah. Okay, damn. So you nailed the shit out of it. So you defrayed all of the cost of your comfortable lifestyle from your hunting and trapping and stuff like
Okay.
that. Just like the sheer joy of not having the pressure on you meant that you were so much more efficient with your hunting that you just brought in like rabbit pelts, maybe you got like a wolf sometime, like deer skin. You just like were trading for everything that you needed. Everybody saw this big smile on your face.
And there's a speech, I can't remember what movie, or I think it's Adam Sandler, right? He's like, because I've got a love in my life. And like you don't know what that's like, or it's like I got power.
Everybody in town sort of knows, like, man, Kellen's got a spring in his step. What's up with that?
Drinks all around.
All right, Kellen, roll a d20 plus 3.
D20 plus 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love the contrast. Like, Kellen's so excited, and Gregory's just like, don't fall in love, everyone dies.
Like, oh, life sucks.
Those are actually the lyrics to the song that Grigori said.
Yeah.
Okay, Kellen, life was normal for you. Nothing strange occurred in that time period. But you actually earned 1d6 gold from that time you spent. So go ahead and roll and mark that down. You earned 4 gold.
Sweet.
Awesome. Gallahan, what have you been up to since we saw you last? How have you been spending your 11 days? Did you have to level up?
We did have to level up, yeah. We leveled up. We leveled up on the journey, or did we?
I think you like pre-leveled up on the journey, but when you came back, you had to spend the 20 gold and you had to spend the 3 days. So make sure you mark that off, which I think you did last time. And you're level 3, right? That's what you went from 2 to 3. Okay.
Level 3.
And you chose to become a paladin, Oath of Vengeance paladin, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's super wicked.
Sweet.
Okay, so you only have 8 days to account for because it took you 3 days to train to level up. So in those 8 days, are you doing a job while you're doing this? Are you just sort of like living off of the riches of your last adventure? What's up?
I mean, Gallahan kind of like took some time off to weigh up the decisions of his oath.
Okay.
And how that was gonna play into him going forward. At the same time, he's also been looking for like a heavy war horse. He really wants to buy a nice war horse that he can like take out on the harder quests and stuff to go with his lance.
Yeah.
So he's been window shopping a little bit for a heavy war horse.
Let me see where that is. Mounts and vehicles. Yeah, absolutely. Warhorse.
400.
400 gold.
Yeah, he hasn't bought one yet. He's just been,
If you
he's been weighing it up.
If you want to, in the meantime, because I know riding a horse will make you more effective with that big pointy stick you have, if you want to ride Katya, my horse, you are welcome to do so.
I forgot to mention that that Kellen bought some fine clothes that look stupid on him.
Awesome.
I hope.
Yeah.
Does it have like a big cravat and like a cummerbund?
A ruffled collar
coming out of the top. It's like it's all mismatched. Like that's what he gave the perfume and like the thing, and he's like, look what I bought.
It's like a gold line.
Our first long rest of the episode, we're gonna see that scene. Okay. I can't wait.
Hello, milady. I have come to say hello.
Le tip.
Powdered wig.
He has no idea what.
Oh my
Buffoon.
Yeah, Gallahan's he's been living comfortably. He's been living comfortably for the 8 days that he's been.
So go ahead and mark off 16 gold.
All right.
And then roll 1d20 plus 3. Eight. All right, so same thing for you. Life was very normal for you in this time period. Nothing strange happened.
All right.
So, Shannon.
Yes.
Bardrick.
Yes.
You've been gone for how many days? 72? Is that what we said?
71.
71. Okay. What have you been doing in the time since we've seen you? Have you been working?
I figure that Bardrick has gone off, and the only reason why Bardrick would have left the guys, well, specifically Kellen, would have been that she really felt that she needed to pursue her music career and see if she could make something out of that.
Okay.
And not sort of mix it with adventuring for just a try. And Salid was kind of a pushy dude and like tried to play up that he was her manager, like, oh, hey, I know like all the innkeepers in this side of Veriscali, so
I remember that.
let's I'll take 80% or something mental, and basically he swindled her, and so she went around and did her thing and sang songs about her and Kellen and how awesome she thought everything was. But unfortunately, recently she came through her hometown and saw her dad, and he was still not impressed. Like, even though she had done fairly well to like spread, the lore of everything she had seen so far and try to have a cool rapping career, as a bard, it just wasn't ringing any bells with Dad. So she's like, well, I guess that's it for just being a musician on its own. I better go back to adventuring and being a musician, because maybe I can have a better impact on the world and do something really impressive for my dad, who's a total jerk and just doesn't appreciate me at all because I don't have a penis. God.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're going to have to see that too, a little bit later in the show. Just like see what happened between Bardrick and his father. All right, Bardrick, so you've been working,
father,
right?
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm thinking from his father's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been working. So I guess you've been using your performance skill. So go ahead and roll a performance test. So you're using the new character sheet now, so you can see the performance skill on that sheet. And you just click the blue button, and it'll automatically do it up for us.
Okay, so I do that. I just click the button. This is my first time using this, so I'm not really all that.
There you go. So you got a 17 on your performance, so you earned 1 gold piece per day over the course of your 71 days absent. You can spend all of that and live modestly. You can spend extra to live comfortably, but I don't think you have 71 gold to spend. Or you could try to spend less than that and live a little roughly, but save some of it.
No. She'll probably just live with like right on the edge, because you got to look successful to be successful. So she'll just do whatever she can that's in her means. So.
All right. So you're living modestly for that time period?
Yeah.
All right. So you don't end up losing any money from your personal savings, but you also don't gain any money into your personal savings from your work. So roll 1d20.
1d20. And do I still type this shit in?
Yeah, that you'll just have to type /roll 1d20. 18. Oh shit.
Oosh.
Fiscal responsibility. You managed to put aside an emergency fund. Gain your level's d4 of gold. So you gain 1d4 gold.
I gain 1d4. Wow. All right. Well, I'm not gonna complain. 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
look
you
at
go.
that! I got 3 gold. Wow.
Absolutely.
Hey,
So,
Day.
from your 71 gold that you were earning from your various performances or whatever, you managed to just stash away a little bit. Maybe you ate off of Silid's plate some in order to save the cost of a meal here and there, and everything worked out pretty well for Bardrick. But clearly, her father was not responding to her the way that she wanted. So back to the West Marches.
I love how everyone in the West Marches, all the characters have like family issues. Like we all have shit with our parents. It's so funny.
It's just like real life.
Yeah, I say it's like
Pretty common.
Yay.
So, which of you was the one to organize this group into an outing? Was it
I would
Grigori
imagine
again?
that I just come across
I think
Helen at some point.
Yeah, I think it might have been me because I want to show everybody my little friend.
Okay. So
That's not a euphemism.
no, it's really not.
Not a euphemism.
what was the reunion like between Kellen and Bardrick? Where did you guys meet up again?
Probably.
I would love it if Bardrick saw me in the town square with my shitty fancy clothes on.
I wouldn't even recognize you.
I know, and then I run up to you and I grab you and I throw you up in the air. Bardrick!
Helen! Why do you look like an idiot?
Nice. There's a trio of fancy women nearby who start sort of giggling at you behind their hands, Kellen, when Bardrick says that.
What's with all these frills?
The clothier assured me that I looked like a prince of some far off
You look like a powdered prints maybe, but like if you want to be awesome, you kind of just need to bling it up in a manly way, dude. Like no. Just no.
Well, I will.
You need to have me with you. I am the style guru. I got your back. We'll sort it out later. This is not a good look.
I will strive to bling better.
Good.
Where have you been? I have missed you so much.
you know.
So many things to tell you.
I know. Well, yeah, I've just been the
Kellen.
fans so much, you know.
Can you describe what you look like to Bardrick now? Like, not
Yes.
just the fancy clothes, but any other changes that might have happened over the course of the intervening time?
Yes. Let's see. Of course, I've got a couple of battle scars, whatever, that kind of stuff. I've got like one that's healing down my face where I tried to do the spell that didn't work. But also I have I'm so proud of this. I wear it outside of all of my clothes at all times. I have a necklace with lizard men teeth and with a manticore spike like right in the middle.
Wow, that
And I'm
sounds
like, hey,
badass.
look what,
Dude,
and I just
what is
regale her with the story of how me and Gallahan and Grigori and
Darius.
Who was also, it was Darius, yeah.
Darius, thank you. I forgot the name. We stormed a lair of lizard men, and we killed a manticore, and we killed a basilisk. Just talk her ear off about it.
What?
And then, like, after the
Sounds
story's
dope.
done, I'm like, you have to meet my friends, my new friends. You have to meet
Yeah,
them.
bro. Yeah, bro. As long as they're nothing like Salid, because I'll tell you, Salid was he was not fly.
Nothing like them.
Yeah, no. Good.
Not at all.
Good. I am pumped. Let's freaking do this.
Come.
I'm in.
I'll find them, I guess.
We'll be at the tavern
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Exactly. And I'm meeting them there tonight. Let's go.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yes, I'm
So
in.
it's that evening, and you guys walk into Frelka's Tavern. Gallahan and Grigori, do y'all hang out with each other sort of when you're not ready to go on an adventure? What's that like? Are you two together?
I'd say I'm kind of like digging his Russian music. So when I get wind that he's at the tavern and he's going to be playing, I normally come down, have a couple of drinks with him, listen to him play, kind of unwind. Yeah, I'd say so.
Nice. Cool. So
I mean, we did kind of commit minor genocide together. So like
Yeah.
that really bonds you to a person.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what do you look like when we,
And
Bardrick enters the tavern following in the wake of Kellen, and there's like the stairs down into this cobblestone floor, high ceilings, wooden beams that arch out to support the ceiling. It's dim, but there's candles on all of the tables and a couple lanterns hung along the wall. At the back, there's the wooden bar where Frelka is standing. There's a couple of shelves on the back with a couple dusty bottles on them. There's a couple of random patrons sitting here and there, but over to one side is the mountain of a man that Dr. Grigori is, and his companion, Gallahan Oathkeeper. And what do you look like when you're sitting there, Gallahan?
I think I would be like kind of sat, just kind of side sat on the chair. So like I got one leg off. I'm like thigh slapping. Grigori's maybe just playing out a little ballad.
Nice.
And then we just motion to the doorway. We see him walk in. Just give him a hey. We don't see the little one behind him yet though.
now,
Right.
you say that they knew each other, Bardrick and Grigori, from music.
Maybe like we would have.
I would have heard of him. And
Yeah,
you
we've
probably
known
would have
of
heard
each other.
but,
Yeah, but we
like,
might not have had a conversation
No.
yet. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I just imagine Gallahan sitting there doing like off rhythm, like white boy clapping, like.
And Gallahan, like, tell us what your character looks like, because a lot has happened since we saw you first.
I mean, he's grown his beard out a little bit.
Okay.
So his beard's a bit thicker. Before he was kind of like stubbly. He's got a bit of a beard now. His hair's still like shoulder length, and he's still got the old chainmail, but he's got that big dire wolf cloak now.
Yeah, you had a cloak
Yeah.
made out of a direwolf pelt.
Yeah. So he's
Wow.
got
What was
like
the name of that direwolf?
Can't remember.
Didn't he have a name? He was
Did
like
it have a
somebody's
name?
pet. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
the ogre was all
yeah,
mad because
yeah,
he killed
yeah.
him. Anyway.
Was it Lusk? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
So I've got the big direwolf cloak on. Yeah, just getting merry. I don't really look much different apart from, I'd say, the cloak.
Are you carrying your lance with you?
No.
Okay. Garvey. Chat says it's
Garvey
Garvey.
was
Yeah,
the other
absolutely.
one. Yeah.
That's the
Garvey. Yeah.
Chat on point.
No, I'm not carrying the lance with me at all.
All right, cool. So yeah, you come in and you all meet each other.
All right. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just like finishing a song when you come up, Kellen, and we can't. Are you behind him, Bardrick?
I probably would be behind him, but I'm kind of like, I'm feeling your groove.
Okay. So I look up and I see Kellen. I'm like,
And I
and
scream.
are you dressed all like fancy?
Yeah, oh yeah. I got the fancy shit on because I'm going out.
Yeah.
Like when I go hunting, I take it off, of course. But when I come into town and I'm ready to go to the tavern, I got this shit on. You've probably seen me in it before.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like make a point of looking at your outfit, but get like you can see no judgment in either direction on my face. I just kind of look at you and I'm like, I acknowledge that it exists and you look different, but I don't say anything.
So chat, there's a moment where the camera sort of like watches Kellen walk in the door, and there's like, everybody else in here is just wearing like completely ratty adventurer clothes. Kellen strides in his fancy hat and his ruffled shirt and his puffy sleeves or whatever. And then the camera cuts and we see like a fat man with a white painted face and a painted black mole on and a big like powdered peruke, and he's just sitting there counting coins into his hand.
Yeah.
And then the camera cuts back to the scene in the tavern. So what do you say when you come up, Kellen?
Kellen, Dr. Grigori Callahan, my long lost little friend is here. I want you to meet. This is
Pop,
Bardrick.
pop. What's up?
And I grab now her, right?
Yeah.
I grab her as best I can and like try and present her like
You probably just put me on the table.
up there.
What's up? You guys are homies to my bro here. How's it going?
I like
I'm
choke.
Bardrick, by the way.
Choke on my
Bardrick.
ale.
I just kind of like look at you and maybe like take my glasses off and kind of like lean in. I'm like, what sort of creature are you?
I am the best sort of creature. I'm a halfling, yo. What are you?
You're half of what exactly?
I'm half of a
Zergling.
whole, I guess. It's kind of why they call us that. But you can just call me Bardrick.
Where is the rest of you?
Probably all up in my head, like I'm real big up in here and everybody gets it and I got lots of fans, so don't misjudge me for my tiny stature, because I'm big in
Kellen.
Japan. So
Kellen, I don't understand. This child speaks as an adult, and you're carrying weapons?
oh yeah, and then I like whip out a couple of like daggers and.
Were you born inside of an acorn? Is your father a squirrel?
No, my father's a halfling.
Where are your wings, fairy? Turn around for me.
Dr. Grigori, you're telling you've
Kellen.
never seen a halfling before?
When you captured this creature, Kellen, did it give you 3 wishes?
Kellen, you said your friends were cool,
No.
man. Like, what's
Gallahan's
this is
like
shade, yo?
roaring.
Like,
He's like roaring back.
this
And,
is
like,
fucking
laughter.
shade.
No, Bardrick, he is one for jokes.
No, I am not joking. I'm very confused. I have never
I
seen
mean, I
such
get
thing
the
before.
joke. It's funny and everything. I'm just saying, like, I thought
You were like a
You'll
beard.
excuse me for
Like
one
dwarf
moment.
with
I
no
grab
beard, but-
Grigori as best I can and try and like pull him off to the side.
So we're off to the side. I'm like,
Okay.
what sort
Go
of
ahead.
beast is this, Kellen? I have never seen such a thing before.
Okay. All you have to do is picture us, human, and then picture about half of that, and that's what that is. That is half of a human-sized person. She is fully grown, I assure you, and she's very
here-
agile and good in a pinch, in a battle. She's sneaky, and she sings or whatever she calls that. And she is an adult. So you can speak to her like an adult. It's okay.
She's very strange. And I like peer over, and you can see me like I think Bardrick like lean over and like look at you. I'm like, but if you say I can trust this little creature, then I trust you. So it's okay.
Yes, you can absolutely. Bardrick. My friend Dr. Grigori here has never met a halfling. I had to tell him what you are, and everything's fine now. Drinks.
Okay, just a question. Did Grigori have a drink in front of him before he walked away?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm drinking your drink.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I've sat down next to Galahad, and I'm just chugging away, like holding up this pint like this, and just gulping.
Galahad's just
I'm just like,
chuckling. He's trying to keep a straight face in case he just breaks into a chuckle, because it's like it's part funny at what Guri said, and even funnier at the fact that he's never seen a halfling before.
Yeah, I have no clue what this is. So I come back, and when I see you drinking my drink, I look and I nod like approving, and I'm like, yes, it's a good start. Okay, we can be friends.
Yeah. So yeah, I try and smooth the situation over by buying drinks for my friends here.
Thanks, man. We
That kind of
appreciate
thing,
it. No.
And I say I like, well, it's been 11 days, so it hasn't been that long. So I show them my clothes, like, right?
You're looking very civilized.
Yes. The man over there, the laughing man, he sold them to me, and he assured me that I look like a prince.
Kellen, you better take that off before we go
A
anywhere, mate.
powdered prince.
I'm not going to be seen with you wearing that. Get
Oh
off.
no, I would not wear my best clothes out in the dirty wilderness.
Killing,
I don't
you
know,
look
man. Like, I don't know what you're buying these clothes for, but if it's to impress the ladies, I don't see it working. Like,
No, he looks like a beautiful prostitute. Am I not right? And I look at Galahad. I'm like, right? Like, it's good. Beautiful
I raised my
prostitute.
mug. I raised my
Very
mug and nod.
expensive. And like, you don't get the impression like Grigori, like that's a compliment. Like Grigori's like, yeah, like people would have paid to have sex with you, right? Like you look nice.
you see, Kellen is
Thank you.
not a good look.
I think like probably.
I kind of get sad.
No, it's very fresh and clean, looking good. No diseases. Yes, expensive prostitute.
Probably like Frelka comes over to deliver a new set of ale, and he sort of says, "Well, you know, I don't know if she's paying, but the look is clearly working." And he throws a wink off at Kellen, and then he leaves, having left the ale on the table.
Hey. Bardrick comes
I just slump down in the chair, grab
No, it's this place. This place is bargain. We pay for ale and get unsolicited opinions about things. No one asked you, innkeep.
Dejected.
Yeah,
Grigori,
the innkeep comes back and says, "Grigori, have you had enough?"
I like squinted him like we have had this conversation. Is never enough.
Frelka's like, that's what I thought. And he just turns around and walks away.
Bardrick picks up her pint and she looks at Grigori and she's like, I think I've heard of you before. I think I like your style. You're that the weird lute player, right? You play something weird, right?
Yeah,
What is it called again?
I pick up my big triangular guitar. I'm like, it's balalaika, from where I am from. Big important.
Valalaika.
Yes, don't worry about name. It's not
Okay.
important. And I
good.
strum it. I'm like, I learned from my family. I hear you're a musician too.
You know, well, I would probably categorize myself as an artist more than a musician. It's a different kind of thing, you know. But yeah, I'm well known at this point. Yeah.
Gahan like rolls his eyes. He's like, oh Christ, and then just takes a big swig of ale.
Remember,
Bardrick, do you like bust out a couple notes on your lute to prove to Grigori
not
that
yet, not
you're the
yet.
same? Okay.
It's like you're just like, I too am a musician. Diddling ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Here's the lootless fucking dance, yo. No, yeah.
Oh, you're in the music industry too?
Yep.
Cool.
And you, Galahad, like, do you play? something? I saw you tapping earlier. You're a drummer, right? You're a drummer. Are we gonna have a band? Is this gonna be a band? Huh?
The only thing I drum is skulls.
Good. Good. That.
I just take another swig.
All right.
So, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it's been quite a few days since we took care of that other thing. Now, can we take care of the plant thing that I was hoping that we could take care of afterwards? There's abnormal plant growth by the woods.
We need to be, if we're doing this, we need to be better prepared than last time. And I look at Galhan and I'm like, don't want to get stuck in the tall grass again. That was nightmare.
I'm just shaking
You
my
guys
head.
get stuck in grass, man. That happens to me all the time.
Yes,
I know
well,
how
you
feel.
are 3
tall,
feet
right?
tall. This grass was, and I like put my hand up to my shoulder, magic grass, and not good kind.
Yeah, that's
The bad kind. of
Magic grass and not good kind.
Yeah.
touching that. I like some magic grass, but it ain't the tall kind. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, huh?
Yes, I am knowing what you are saying. We are making same joke, I think.
Pound
She
it.
has a very, very odd vernacular.
So, is that the plan, that you guys want to go out and start like exploring into the wilds of the Starkwald, trying to look for this issue with these plant creatures?
Yeah, there are two
Yeah.
things like towards that area. There's the tomb that's close to Virscali, 2 hours outside of town, near the Starkwald.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I think, I think we should go and finish what Coke and them started with that elven tomb, because it's so close by. But also, like, the plants are an option, but I don't know that we're very well equipped to deal with that, right? Like, if we had somebody with, like, fire magic, again, like, we're in the same position we were in last time. So, as a player, I don't know. Also, little baby halflings, only level 1, so...
Oh, I can hold my own. I'm tough, yo. I'm from the streets. So.
So,
I saved this big powdered prince's ass a few times. Tell him, Kellen. Come on.
that is how she named me Kellen the Undying. If you
That's
have
right.
heard the song,
Yeah.
she actually revived me several times during a battle, and but we don't need to go into details. But anyway, have we agreed on the tomb or the plants? Did
I
we-
think Tomb is more likely to have treasure. Plus, if
Yeah.
they're running away from specters, that is what's causing fear. Grigory has no fear of such things.
I agree. Let's do the tomb.
And we have two warriors of light with us, I think. I am with you then, but then we must do the plants, right? Can we promise this time?
Yes.
Yeah, I
are the
promise.
plants important
We'll
to
do
you?
some gardening after we're done with the tomb.
Thank you, Gallahan.
Plants next time.
Are these like things that are gonna save the world? Are we like superheroes right now? Is that a thing?
No.
What was
We
it
are-
exactly that you heard about the Starkwald, Kellen? Do you remember?
Which part of the Starkwald? The plants or the tomb?
The plants. Because the tomb is just close to the Starkwald.
No,
It's
it's
still
just
in the plants.
unnatural amount of living plants, which
Yeah.
means that there's something going wrong with obviously with nature. I mean, I don't mean to be so plain about it, but also it's probably a good place to resume the hunt for my for my parents, to show them I have become a man.
Yeah.
I got a
Necklace
few
and-
questions, Kellen. Where's like our other friend? Where's Juliet?
Well, therein lies a very sad tale. We were traveling somewhere. We had to turn back, and on the way back, we were confronted by a cave. And in this cave, there was many, many horrors. And Juliet was taken by the horrors, and the child
The horrors.
horrors. the bad, terrible things. How about that? Terrible things. Juliet was taken by the terrible things. Her life was snuffed, but her child was taken by some sort of god-ish creature and bestowed upon me a power of sorts.
Whoa.
I'll tell you more on the road.
That's just heavy, yo. Juliet, like, she liked to party so hard. I don't know.
She did like to party. I bow my head. Raise my drink to the party. May she party ever in the afterworld.
Nice. So, with that sad moment at the table, I suppose, like, since it's the evening, you guys said you were meeting in the evening, are you going to set out in the evening, or are you going to rest for one night and then head off?
Yeah, we gotta do our traditional pre-adventure, get drunk and
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah,
Wake up somewhere weird and then meet up outside the tavern.
Yeah.
I'll wake up outside of the tavern, mud all over my nice clothes.
Oh.
Same pig nudging me. Was that
It's got like a big
That was in the
black,
other. That was
like,
in the
wine
other
stain
town.
on its
Oh,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's Kellen's pig. Frelka comes out. He's like, Kellen Jr., get away, gone.
Little Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
little Kelly? Kelly makes
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, let's see. Like in order, we're supposed to decide a couple things before we head out. So yeah, we're supposed to decide the 4 roles. So there's supposed to be a treasurer who keeps track of treasure and divvies it up at the end of the session. There's a map keeper who adds locations to the map, a navigator who leads group through the wilds using the survival skill, and a scout who's on the lookout for danger as he travels using the perception skill. So who'd like to take each of those?
I still think that I have the highest survival skill,
Okay,
so I'll probably end up being navigator.
Grigori.
And I have a good perception.
What have you got? +5?
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
+4
survival plus.
for
Most-
perception, so I can be the scout again.
Grigori, Kellen, scout. Treasurer?
I'll do treasure. I did it last time, so
Okay.
keep the coin.
And Bardrick, that leaves you as the map keeper.
It's the girl every time.
Yo, I'm supposed to what now?
It's fine. It's
I do a
fine.
huh?
It's fine.
You're the map keeper.
Okay. All right.
You're the one who's responsible in case we get lost. I'm glad I'm not that guy.
You're the cartographer.
A
Yeah.
what now? A card out of who?
Oh, by the way, Steven, I wanted to know if there was any way that I could pay to, because I would like to upgrade my bow somehow, like get it masterworked, or I don't know if they don't do that in this edition or whatever, but I'd like to get like if there's any way that I could get it like.
Let's see.
in a-
What are you
Spend
using?
wood.
Some cool gold spray paint, an expensive scope.
Well, no, like make it more functional.
What kind of a
Fire.
what kind of a bow are you using?
I
Short
have
bow
a
or long bow?
longbow.
Okay. That is the best bow in the player's handbook, unfortunately.
Okay. Can I get better arrows or not?
Let me take a look at like the cost of arrows.
Arrows are 1 gold per 20.
Yeah. Like, I think it's reasonable to expect that you could pay double for arrows that are exceptionally well made and well balanced, and then you'd gain a little bit of range. Like your range would probably go up to like 200, 800 instead of 150, 600.
Cool, I'll take that.
Okay. But anything outside of that,
That's fine.
you're gonna have a hard time finding anything better than that. Okay. So your session goal is what?
So, what did we hear about? Like, what was the original reason that Captain Coke went into the tomb? Was it just
Yeah,
to
like,
raid
I'm
it?
kind of assuming that at some point in the last week you got briefed by Captain Coke, and he told you that they heard that there were goblins stealing eggs from all over the region, and they were going to go deal with it. So they went down to Nala, to the south. I think it was Nala, and they met an old man who was like an elf who had been farming chickens for 300 years, and he had beautiful chickens. they tracked goblins from a hole under his fence all the way up to this tomb to the northwest of Virascali. And when they went in there, there were goblins all over the place with various eggs or egg-shaped rocks, so that sort of thing. They got a little bit deeper in the tomb, and then some massive specter appeared and started
So is there a standing reward for dealing with the goblins? Like, is the elf guy going to give us some money, or?
No, there's no particular reward for it. It's just like you've heard that this has been going on, and Coke was curious enough to go investigate.
Well, elven ruins seem to me to say like treasure, right? So I mean, get some treasure from the elven ruins is the thing that's the reason I would want to go.
Tombs pay for themselves.
Yeah, elf treasure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who likes bows, Kellen? Elves. That'd be a magic elf bow in there or some shit.
That is a true statement.
That's right.
Yeah. Tomb robbing, I guess, is the goal. Rob the shit out of the tomb.
Well, I think it's more that, in my opinion, that dead things should probably remain dead. So I would be of the mind that we put these things back to rest. Yes?
Is methodology, but spirits, they're dead. We are also dead. They just know it. We don't.
Is your session goal to put to rest the specter in the tomb?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, would I know, or would anybody have told me that maybe it's going to take a little bit better weapon or something like that to actually harm a specter, maybe? Because, silver.
Have any of you faced a specter before? I don't think so.
I don't know. Anything dead.
So I have all kinds of magic for killing the undead. Like, all of my spells are good at evaporating spirits and stuff.
Okay.
Your magic pokey weapon that you have, Strippin, is definitely going to be able to hurt them.
Roll an Arcana test, Kellen.
Okay.
Okay, like with an 11, you don't really know a whole bunch about specters. Like you've heard sort of like, the rumors from like old wives' tales and stuff like that, but there's nothing specific about how to go hunt and kill these creatures.
Cool. No
Okay,
problem.
good. Before we head out, I want to introduce to Shannon, who hasn't played with it before, the beta inspiration rule. So previously, there was the inspiration rule was you would gain inspiration for playing to your personality traits, bonds, flaws, or ideals. And we stripped that out, and now instead, once during each long rest, any character can frame a scene that shows the audience more about that character. This scene can involve other players or NPCs, or it can be like a solo vignette that we see. It can be a flashback, it can be something happening now, whatever you want. The character who frames that scene gains inspiration. At any point during the scene, any other character or any other player can ask that character for more information about that scene. And then you can answer as many questions as you want, and then from all of the people who've asked questions, you choose one of those characters to give inspiration to. So every scene, 2 people get inspiration. The person who framed the scene and one person who asked a question about the scene. And it's like you're passing the torch, so the next person to do a scene like that is the person you give inspiration to. And you can frame a scene about your own character once per session. And since this is a beta rule and it messes with the way you get inspiration, which you can use on death saving throws, there's a safety net in place. Every time your character would die, and I mean like if you fail all 3 death saving throws, or if you're hit for a massive damage or anything like that, you roll a 1d20. On a 10+, your character's not dead, you've stabilized, and you return to consciousness in 4 hours. On a 9-, you're actually dead.
Okay.
So, good. I think like it's probably about time for our first break. So why don't we do that, and then y'all can hit the road heading to this tomb. Take a look at like the provisioning table. I just moved you guys over there. Elith Salt has a couple of potions for sale, and you can buy any goods from the town at the cost in the player's handbook. So take a look at that during the break, and then when we come back, we can set out.
Sweet.
All right.
All right.
So we'll see you guys in 5 minutes or so. Take a quick break and come back with more The West Marches.